Hi everybody, we are at the Ipros production facility. We are at the moment in the FAT and final assembly room. I am going to show you a system for aseptic formulation and preparation line. I'm going to show you how the system came to the stage that it is now, from the URS to the FAT stage that the system is now. The customer came to us with user requirements from an existing project. In that project there was a formulation tank and a sterile holding tank. During the detailed design we found out that it'd be good if we have two sterile holding tanks, so then when we are obviously preparing the formulation in one tank, we make the sterile filtration to one or the other sterile holding tank, so that from one tank we can supply the filling line, and from the other tank we can use for cleaning or for preparing for another batch. We are now at the aseptic formulation section, just at the aseptic formulation tank. We have a switch plate from where the product is prepared in the formulation tank, and it goes through the bottom membrane valve, through the switch plate, and it's transferred with overpressure through the sterile filtration line into either sterile holding tanks. Aseptic formulation tank has a couple of features that I want to share with you. One is the gamma membrane bottom outlet valve. The other is a Metanova magnetic mixer. Then we have a sterile flange. We have an NA connection. We have two Ingold connections. One Ingold connection is for the pH sensor. One Ingold connection is a spare for future use to connect some other instruments. The NA connection is used for the Nova Septum sampling point, and the sterile flange is used to add something else later on. We are back at the formulation tank, the top of the formulation tank, where we have the inlet of water for injection. We have a level sensor checking the level in the tank that we have. In the back we have also a pressure sensor. Then we have a service opening with a viewport. Here we have a connection for the lamp. On this side we have a connection where later on a split valve will be mounted, through which we will be adding the active substances. On this side we have compressed air and nitrogen inlet, which will lead to the sterile filter. With this overpressure of either gas, we help ourselves to push the product from the formulation tank to the sterile filtration. We are now at the sterile tanks. So we came from the formulation tank. We come here. The product comes, as I mentioned before, with the help of overpressure to the sterile filter, and from the sterile filter it goes to the switch plate, where we have chosen the path either to one sterile tank or the other. The sterile tanks are basically from their features the same as the formulation tank, with the difference that they don't have obviously the magnetic mixer at the bottom. The sterile filtration is also enabling the very important integrity test, which we can perform with product or with water for injection. Sterile holding tanks, we have the same features as we do on the formulation tank, meaning we have the compressed gases connection for the nitrogen and for the air, which will lead to the sterile filter, which we use for the overpressure for transferring of the product. We have also the possibility of washing, like we have on the formulation tank, and everywhere you can see also the connections are made for the steam inlet for sterilization in place. We are back at the sterile holding tanks. We came from the top where we have the sterile filtration. We came to one of the other tank. We have product in the tank. We go down to the switch plate. Here we choose the path we want to use, so we choose the tank that has the product, and then we go through the switch plate from the tank onto the filling machine. Just a couple of features about the switch plate. So we have the middle connections which serve for the connection from one or the other tank going to the filling line. The top connection enables the washing of one or the other tank, and the bottom connection enables the connection to the drainage. This brings us close to the end of the presentation. Just a short recap of the key features of the tanks. The tanks are from -1 to 3 bar. They have Metanova magnetic mixers on them, gaming valves. The system has Dockweiler piping, Endresenhausen instrumentation. Everything is made according to ASME BPE. The welding documentation, everything is made according to GMP. We follow the validation master plan. We have certified welders for the tanks. Our production is ISO certified, and also the production of the pressurized equipment is inspected by TIF. At the end, I would like just to point out some of the advantages. The system is GMP compliant. It has been fully tested here at our facilities. We used all the high-end components like GMU valves, like Endresenhausen, like Dockweiler piping. The tanks are made in-house. We have production that is according to PED. We are inspected by a notified body, TIF, and our company's processes are ISO certified. So I would like to thank you for your attention and welcome you to contact us.